podcasting when this is how every podcast would start. With the people talking like, we don't know how this format works yet.
We need to set this up.
We're just being so chill. Hello, this is, I'm Adam Ordahl Quinnell, and I'm here with...
Hi, my name is Hirt.
And we are the Trek in the Valley podcast. What you just heard fading out was our wonderful MIDI theme that was put together by Al.
Thank you.
Al, who also does all of the editing for these episodes. And why isn't my Google
I don't know. Just pull that up while we start this.
Let's see. So we are
Arena, right?
Yeah, this is a fantastic episode. It's a big one. It's oft.
There's no guest stars, right? Other than the Gorn.
Yeah, it's oft referenced. There's a couple guest stars in like the crew of people that get killed.
Oh yeah, that's
right. At the beginning. Mm-hmm. But no, and there's just the Metron at the end, I guess, would be a guest star. Fucking love it. So we are here to talk about Arena, which is episode 18 of Star Trek the original series.
The 18th.
And this is the 17th episode of our podcast. And
welcome. Hello.
Yes, if you've listened before, welcome back. If you're new to the podcast, it's pretty straightforward. We talk about an episode of Star Trek the original series. We don't do a lot of research.
Yeah, we just kind of wing it.
It's just vibes. It's just pure vibes.
Pushing through this.
Just two people who probably drank too much weed drink, just talking about the Gorn. This episode originally aired on January 19th, 1967. What?
Wow.
Like, this is where some other podcast would be like, here's what historically was happening at that time.
Yeah,
not us, motherfucker.
Yeah, no, that would take too long.
Nerp. Yeah, take too long. Yeah, we definitely don't want to waste the precious time of our listener. And I also am going to do the synopsis. This is the Paramount Plus synopsis. I love these synopses. They do such a great, concise job. Mysterious aliens pit Kirk against a Gorn in a bare-handed duel.
Huh.
Weird that they would use that, because is it really a bare-handed duel? Oh,
we'll get to duel of the minds.
Yeah, it's a duel.
And it's also doing a little, what is it called? What's that book called? Most Dangerous Game kind of thing.
Little Most Dangerous Game.
You know,
and even at the end, Kirk says, we are actually very good predators.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he's Kirk.
Oh, it is weird.
So there's a lot of great shit in this episode. Like all of these episodes, it feels like it's 90 minutes long.
They're so
dense. They go to so many different locations and whatnot. And it's a really famous episode. It's the first appearance of the Gorn. And the Gorn will be, they're just a villain race, basically.
Yeah, they're just like lizard people, right?
They're lizard people that have spaceships.
Mm-hmm.
And it's always a mystery, like, so when they reintroduce the Gorn in Strange New Worlds, they're like a complete mystery. Nobody's ever seen them. They just know they got to stay out of Gorn space.
Yeah. And
to all the Trekkos out there, I fucking love that episode of Strange New World where they did the Gorn and it was like aliens. Fantastic. I think I talked about it weeks and weeks ago on a previous episode, but so good. And that all started here on January 19th, 1967. Wow. Kirk and his team.
What was the episode before?
Oh, good. That episode before was Squire of Gothos.
Yeah, Squire of Gothos. That was good.
Squire of Gothos, in which a planet had a squire.
Yes. And then he got grounded.
And then he got grounded. That's right. He was a kid.
Yep. That's what we're coming off of. But this is like, I was just telling Adam before we started, we were just, recounting the last couple of episodes. These last 5 have just been so good.
And weird. Fucking Shore Leave. Weird as hell.
Shore Leave is bizarre, but great.
And Balance of Terror.
Yep, we always talk about that one. That's a movie, though, for me, honestly. That one's so good.
Dude, and it's...
from Balance of Terror on to now, it's just been solid Trek. Like,
bangers.
Yes.
And oft referenced episodes in the future. And I hate
we'll see.
Not to keep mentioning Strange New Worlds, but that is around this time. It's like 10 years before all this shit happens. So like they deal with a Gorn. They have a one-on-one battle with a Romulan ship, like in Balance of Terror. Fucking rules. Love all the new Star Trek stuff. Haters gonna hate. I am a soft-brained person who just loves Star Trek. And so the episode starts with an away team getting ready to beam down to an outpost where there's a Commodore who's like a high-up researcher.
Right.
And they beamed... and
what's it called? Cestus 8?
Cestus 3.
Oh, 3.
And there's a really funny exchange between Spock and McCoy.
It's Kirk and Bones, I think.
No, it's when he says, "Doctor, you're a sensualist."
Right. Yeah.
So Spock,
we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Bones is talking about how he's so excited because the Commodore. Apparently, this Commodore guy is like a
really great chef, right?
Really, yeah, he loves good food and whatnot. He's got a personal chef, and they're like, "I wonder if he brought his personal chef to Cestus 3."
Yeah.
And Spock is like, "How can you give a shit about that?" And Spock says, "Doctor, you're a sensualist." And it's just such a great line.
His comeback's so bizarre, too. He's like, "You bet your damn pointy ears I am." And it's like, okay.
Yeah, you don't have to be racist about Spock every episode.
No, it's so great. Now watching it again, though, Spock's like, "What if this is a trap?" And they're like, "Nah."
Well, that's what's so funny because it isn't really a trap.
Right?
So here, the away team gets down, and immediately they realize Cestus 3 is just fucking done.
I thought Kirk would have like screamed like, "Oh my God, Cestus 3 is obliterated!" But he's just like,
"Cestus 3 has been destroyed."
Yeah, he's just like, "Hey, by the way,
Cestus 3 obliterated."
Yep.
What's going on?
And then it's just titles.
Because they got an invitation from the Commodore.
Yeah, that's true.
That day. So, but what's going on? So we find out that they find one survivor. An unknown ship just came down and fucking completely destroyed the planet. He's the survivor's like, it's like phaser fire, but worse. It was like it was melting your bones. And so they then they start getting fired on.
Right, and then they take the survivor to more cover.
Yeah, they take the survivor to more cover, and then we get
awesome special effects.
Some wonderful tumbling. There's lots of good,
I really like them, yeah.
Good explosions in this. There's
and they
a lot
use
of
practical noises, too.
Yes, practical sound effects and practical explosions, which all they really had back then was practical explosions, so whatever. But
they do a lot with little.
Yeah, absolutely good. And Kirk is like, I got to make a run for this hill. And he runs out, starts getting fired upon, and immediately starts tumbling like a 6th grade gymnast.
Yeah, it gave me gymnast vibes for sure.
I mean, I'm as you know, Al, I'm an older gentleman than yourself. I'm not as into the meme culture, but that's a meme, right? Like, there's got to be Kirk rolling around, like he rolls around, just and then they're like... He
lands on his tippy toes at the end, you know?
Dark Brandon, give him red eyes when he gets up. But yeah, he lands on his tippy toes, and then he like
just slams on his floor.
He walks like a cat for a couple steps, and then he falls over into a hole.
I was thinking like maybe he's just trying to do not like flamboyant, but like, you know, the most crazy, dramatic thing.
He's really making it like. Here's what I think.
I'm gonna go crazy. Keep the camera on me, guys.
Here's what I think is funny about that.
And they knew obviously where the explosions were, but like you could tell he rehearsed that in his head.
Yeah, and he knew where he had to go, and he had to hit his marks because there's live special effects. He was great,
of course.
What I find funny about that is what Shatner thinks somebody who's fleeing explosions would look like.
Oh, for sure.
Like that's what he thinks. Like in World War I, with the mines in France and shit, that people would be rolling around like that. It's just, I fucking love it. And then Leonard Nimoy comes in, and he's got to do some rolling.
He's got his walk.
Much less vim and vigor.
I had a feeling too. He was like, I'm just not. The energy I was feeling from that run and that tumble was like, I'm not doing as much as Kirk is. I'm sorry. This is what you're gonna get.
Well, to be honest, that's logical,
right?
Kirk was illogically flailing around like a damn fish.
Yeah. No, and also it was kind of funny, but kind of frustrating too, is when they're initially taking that survivor back to more cover. There's like the first couple, shots fire at them. and the explosions are like right next to the groups of people as they're running the cover. So it just, I don't know, it just bugged me, but it's still Star Trek, you know?
It also looked dangerous for the actors.
Of course.
It looked like, and you know that was a stunt double for some of those.
And I really would.
So then Kirk and Spock make their way to like a mortar launcher, and the bullets are like croquet balls. They look cool. Yeah. They look awesome, and the we haven't even mentioned, usually we gush about how there's great remastered shots. And something else I want to say really quick. Typically in these the title card is over a space shot, but for this one the title card was over them running. Right. Fucking looks so good. Arena.
Yeah.
And so they find this grenade launcher. And they're like, all right, we got to really line it up and see where they're shooting from.
I want to mention, though, before you mention that, is that they 2 times or 3 times, Spock's like, I think they're going to go for the high ground. And then Kirk's like, oh my gosh, they're fighting us back. They're going to head to the high ground. And then right before they're going to use the grenade launcher, the cannon, they're like, okay, team, evaluate. Where do you think they would go? And then, one of Kirk's mates is like, if I was them, I'd go to the high ground. And I just kept thinking of Obi-Wan, man.
Oh yeah, there you go. And also we're not pure Star Trek heads, that we love Star Wars as well. So I also forgot to mention there's a great bit of business with Spock where he's got his tricorder or whatever. And it starts smoking, and he's like, they've locked onto my tricorder, and he tosses it and it explodes. Hilarious.
Oh, it's perfect.
It just starts smoking, and he's like, oh, this must mean they've locked onto it. And then they did a feedback loop. Basically, this is all setting up that this is a clever enemy.
Right. And it's getting tense, right? Because they haven't been attacked like this, and they're just kind of, just out for, scraps. And what is Zulu? Sulu. God, I keep messing it. Sulu. He's out in space.
God, we're so canceled. We are absolutely fucking Star Trek canceled, dude. God damn.
So he just keeps shooting, and you don't see the other ship, so you feel like this is all unknown and
up
just
in the space.
Unknown presence.
Yes, so that's something we didn't mention. While Kirk is trying to get the rocket launcher or the mortar launcher all up and running, Sulu is fighting a ship that we haven't seen out in space.
Right, and he looks panicked too.
Yeah,
so
he's
getting nervous.
And Kirk is like, I should be up there. And Spock is like, we've trained Sulu for this. It's fine. And Kirk is like, it's my ship.
Yeah, he's like, just fly out of orbit. I don't care. Just leave us. And he's like, are you sure?
Yeah, Sulu's like, are you sure? Yeah. Oh, and they also refer to the shields as screens.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Talking about the screens. Mm-hmm. So they launch this croquet ball mortar, and it's like a massive nuclear explosion.
Yeah, they all cover, and I was like, why are they all ducking? That's not that bad. And then they shoot it, and it's just like,
bright flash.
Light.
So and then it's like, well, we've repelled the invasion of this destroyed outpost where they killed women and children.
Like they all have radiation at least.
And then the ship that's attacking them goes away. And Sulu is able to lower the deflector screens and beam the away team up.
Right.
The survivors. We also did mention a red shirt dies in a hilarious effect before that kicks off all the explosions.
The red shirt
he gets bippity bap zapped. He turns red and then disappears. I love it.
Bing, 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 bing.
What are you gonna say?
And he goes, "Oh, Captain, look out!" And just like that.
That's right. Oh, Captain.
Oh man. Oh, what was I going to say? They get back on the ship. Oh, yeah, right. And he goes, bring 30 medical personnel to gather the survivors. And it looks like they got one guy.
Yeah, we only see one survivor. I don't know if that's a budget thing or what. But
just beam us up. And then it just cuts over that. And then it's the survivor just talking crazy about how they got attacked.
They got attacked. We'd never seen them coming.
And he's like, we're just an outpost. We don't even do anything.
Why would they kill our women and children? Why did they do it?
And Kirk's like, get a hold of yourself. And I was like, well, that's a little...
He just watched everybody.
Someone. Yeah.
Well, Kirk loves doing that.
Oh, for sure.
Kirk will smack a lady who's crying about her whole family being killed by aliens because he's like, snap out of it. He'll do that to anybody. He's a monster.
No, and also the episode where Balance of Terror, where he tells that wife or that soon, or excuse me, I guess she was gonna be a wife,
but not anymore. that's also in Strange New Worlds.
He's just like,
Pike
whoops.
It's so awesome.
Okay. I should watch that soon.
We want to do, because now that we've got 4 or 5 people listening, we think it's time to start bonus content.
Yeah, more episodes.
Now, yeah, absolutely. we haven't done enough.
More workload
for my
here.
dad. Hey, Dad. Thanks for listening.
Hello.
And at this point, they are going to chase the alien ship.
Right.
And they chase the alien ship into space, and then they just get stopped, fucking held in space.
Right, but the way they get there is so great, too, because Sulu's like, hey, they're going warp 6. And he's like, okay. Kirk's like, okay, go warp 6.
Take us through the chase. And
then he's like, okay, well, now they're going to go warp 7. And Kirk's like, warp 7. And then Scotty, Bones. Well, Bones isn't there. Scotty, Spock, and Sulu's all like, are you sure about that?
Warp 7 is really fucking fast at this point.
Yeah, and Spock's like, warp 7 is a dangerous speed, sir. And Kirk's like, yeah, thanks.
We can't maintain that speed safely.
That sounds dope. And then Scotty's like, yeah, but we might blow up too. That's not great. And he's like, I don't care.
Warp 7.
We're going to catch them. And then Sulu's like, hey, they're getting faster. And he's like,
Warp 8.
And then it's like, dun, dun, dun. But it's like, well, 7 seems fine now.
Yeah. Oh, no. Yeah. They're all about 7 now once they get to 8 and the ship is shaking apart.
And then as they're pursuing, though, Uhura's like, well, there's this solar system out in the distance that they're passing by the Gorn. And they're like, what's going on? And she says, it seems like it's, analyzing us and like, taking our information. And what is Spock says a very specific line. Oh, yeah. He goes, it would appear that someone is curious about us.
Yes. And then the ships get stopped dead.
Yes.
Oh, no. They slow down. So the ship that they're chasing
gets stopped.
Starts slowing down real quick. And Sulu counts it down. He's like, warp 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1, sublight speed. And then they're like,
dead in the water.
They're dead in the water. We're catching, I don't know if that was Trump or Sulu. We're dead in the water. They're dead in the water. Holy shit, I didn't know I could do a Trump impression, but I figured it out.
You just gotta whisper it.
Only when I'm talking about Star Trek. I distracted myself by being a fucking idiot.
Anyways,
so the ship, and then the Enterprise starts to slow down.
Oh, actually, yeah, I was going to say
Sulu
that.
And Sulu starts to count down.
You see Kirk, like, perk up, like, they stopped? And Spock's like, no, don't, please, don't.
We got to cover the conflict.
We gotta go.
We got to cover So Spock
Spock
thinks, hey, we should show mercy to these people,
like,
to the people we're chasing. And Kirk's
they killed women and children.
We're getting Dunzo. And then Kirk's like, we're the only fucking cops out here. And it's like, don't call yourself cops.
And he goes, a crime has been committed. What are you going to do? Just stand there? And
I hate to say it, but...
Not the right analogy.
ACAB includes Starfleet, I guess. It's such a bummer. Such a bummer.
Not the right word, I think.
And then they get stopped. And
then they're like, he arrogantly goes after them.
Well, we finally see this ship, the other ship, but they never give us a good look. It's like it's super far away still on the view screen.
It's so mysterious, They want to build up the enemy.
Mm-hmm. And, well, they never really end up showing us the Gorn ship.
Not the ship, but the captain, right?
I think it's funny. It's like, do they think if they would have showed us the ship, we would have realized it's a fucking lizard man? And that's like, is it a lizard-faced ship? So then they meet the Metrons.
Oh, yes, that's right.
The Metrons is a really sparkly thing on the view screen, and it's like, you are violent, and...
It reminded me of a Radiohead cover.
Yes, cover. Absolutely. Yeah. It was like the In Rainbows.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
But it's like, it's the Metron is like, we are the Metron. You are violent people.
Oh, yeah, wait, actually, I did actually decide to, I've been watching a lot of AI memes lately.
Okay.
I don't love it, but I found one of Eminem. So I decided to put the Metron speech to the Eminem AI, and it just turned out pretty funny.
It's fucking awesome. So what you're going to hear now is the Metron speech from Slim Shady himself, Marshall Mathers, Eminem.
Oh, yeah, I didn't get the responses, but I just get the speech.
Do speech.
We are the mid-range. You are one of the crafts which have come into our space on a mission of violence. This is not permissible. Yet we have analyzed you and have learned that your violent tendencies are inherent. So be it. We will control them. We will resolve your conflict in the way most suited to your limited mentalities. Captain James Kirk. We have prepared a planet with a suitable atmosphere. You will be taken there. As will the captain of the Gorn ship which you have been pursuing. Then you will settle your dispute. You will be provided with a recording translating device in hopes that a chronicle of this conference will serve to dissuade others of your kind from entering our system. But you will not be permitted to communicate with your ship. You will each be totally alone. It is you who are interfering. We are simply putting a stop to it. The place we have prepared for you contains sufficient elements for your review to construct weapons lethal enough to destroy another, which seems to be your intention. The winner of the contest will be permitted to go his way alone. The loser, alone with his ship, shall be destroyed in an interest of peace. The contest will be one of ingenuity against ingenuity, brute strength against brute strength. The results will be final. There will be no discussion. It is done.
So what Shady's laying down on us is that the Metrons think they're violent people, and they're gonna settle this dispute by taking the two captains of the ship to a planet suitable to their atmosphere and making them fucking duke it out,
fight to the death.
And the Metrons imply to Kirk that there will be weapons that they could find on the planet. He gets really.
They're saying that they're gonna put them both on the planet to fight to the death in a battle of wits.
An arena, if you will.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It's an arena. They're in an arena. There's lots of rocks around.
They're going to fight each other.
They're going to fight each other. It'll determine the fate of the crew.
Huge battle.
Huge battle. It's going to be the biggest battle. You've never seen a battle like this. You've never seen a battle like this. You might think I've seen a battle before. You would be wrong. And so then Kirk gets beamed away. And holy shit, the bridge goes fucking bananas.
Uhura's like, oh my God.
Dude,
and it's like they've never seen anyone disappear from the bridge ever.
Screams and spins away. I fucking love Nichelle Nichols, R.I.P.
She does crush it.
Just fucking so good. And they show Scotty's face at one point while this is all happening, and he just looks like he's gonna shit, dude. It's such great reactions from the cast. And then we get the reveal of the Gorn on the planet. And it is a fucking awesome lizard man costume that you're all probably familiar with.
Oh, for sure.
You can Google original Gorn, OG Gorn, Gorn.
It is a thick suit, man.
You can feel the rubber squeak.
Yeah. No, and you could see how hot it is outside in their location.
Oh, they're shooting it in the desert.
Yeah.
And obviously these suits now, even when you have a person in a prosthetic suit,
you'd have to do all makeup.
It sucks. And now they would
even then
they'd
sweat it off.
Now they would just
now they just do CG.
Now they would do CG, and here's why.
They do it in a Disney Dome.
Because CG effects artists are not union.
Oh, for sure.
And not to get all red on this podcast or anything, but that's been a big thing in movies and TV lately. And as we watch these remasters, I think about that a lot. That they would just be like, no, we're just gonna have we're gonna outsource it to a company that's not union, rather than having a union person in a rubber mask. We can pay
stand out in the sun
50 people to CG it, and they would still have a person on set standing there in the sun. They just wouldn't be in rubber. They'd have little mocap balls or whatever the fuck. So this Gorn is awesome. His eyes look like Bono's. He's got drool.
No, like drools.
Oh,
drool. Yeah, drools. Drools.
Later, it looks like he's drooling when the mask is bending. But yeah, it's like the jeweled eyes. It kind of reminds me of Bono's fly glasses. Are you familiar with U2?
Yes, I am. I'm not that young.
Well, I mean, dude, you don't know good U2. You just got
That's true.
The Fly.
I got the Vertigo. Hello.
Oh, you got
that. That was that era.
You got the album they put on your phone. They forced you to get.
That was awful. That was a bad era too. No. That was like the Vertigo thing. I think it was in middle school, grade school.
Okay. I'm not familiar with anything after the song that The Edge did in 1994. That's like, and Joshua Tree was great. But anyways, this is not. This is
Fly
not
glasses.
This is not Scott Aukerman and Adam Scott on Are You Talking U2 to Me? And they got fly glasses and he's a lizard. He's wearing he looks like a Flintstones lizard. He's got like a leotard on. And one thing we forgot to mention is the Metrons are like, we're going to give you and the other captain a recording device so you can record little messages about what you're going through. And then after you're dead, we'll play it for other fucking societies. And maybe they won't be such violent shitheads.
And he said that it's like a translator too, so they can go all around. But then that kind of works into the script later or into the show. It's right after their first confrontation, which is so, you could see where all the memes came from and how awkward it is. Because it's like the guy's moving his arm, the Gorn, he's moving his arm so slowly because like
slow-mo fight.
He's about to die, like he's about to pass out.
So hot. You can tell the poor actor in there. They probably got a spigot where they vent his sweat.
Yeah.
They just turn it and sweat just runs out of the ass.
Just the hose with AC.
Hose. Oh, that guy did not have an AC fan.
Right.
That's contemporary shit.
Oh, yeah. That's true. Oh, God.
Hilarious Gorn fight.
Oh, yeah. And then Kirk picks up the little rock and like he does his face. There's so many parts in this episode
we just
that
can't
are just
even,
hilarious.
You gotta just watch it and then imagine we explained how awesome everything is because Kirk picks up a little rock, and the little rock, he throws it at the Gorn, and it hits the Gorn square in the chest.
It's like a soccer player. He's just like,
And then Kirk's like, oh, that didn't really do much. And then the Gorn picks up a giant boulder and hurls it at Kirk. I love it. He's like, oh, you're going to pick up a boulder? I'll pick up a boulder.
Oh, yeah, it's just
And Kirk's like, holy shit. So they're basically showing, hey, Kirk doesn't really stand a chance in a battle of just strength. And Kirk even mentions, I think this competitor is cunning. He does that at the
very beginning. Yeah, with the recorder.
And into the recorder, he's like, we know that because of how they attack the outpost, that they have cunning. And then he sees that it's a lizard man. And it's like, fucking awesome.
He's like, I'm naturally repulsed since it's a reptile, but I must understand that this is a starship captain.
Humans are naturally repulsed by reptiles. We all know this. We all know that about reptiles. And yeah, he says, because, I was grossed out because humans...
He's like, I gotta remember though, it's an enemy.
He also says it's a sentient being.
It's a sentient being.
And at one point I thought, is he kind of doing what Spock said about respecting a sentient being? And he's like, no, it's just to make sure it doesn't kill him.
He's women and children. He killed the women and children. I mean, I'm not mocking him. I'm not mocking that because it's obviously awful.
It's
but
very
still,
bad.
That was I totally get his reasoning. Just the cop line was just, oof, that was a miss for me.
ACAB includes Captain James T. Cop.
The best part, though, is as Kirk's recording his thoughts, it just hard cuts to the Gorn at the edge of the cliff with the recorder, and he's just like, what the hell is this guy doing?
The Gorn is just listening the whole time, and I love it.
Is this guy serious? And then he goes but the Gorn is not as athletic as I am. And he's like, you've got to be kidding me. Oh, yeah? And then he puts the recorder down and starts making this makeshift catapult.
Yeah, dude.
It's great.
I love it. The Gorn's like, trap. Oh, you think I'm not smart?
Yeah.
Well, here, check this shit out. And Kirk says, I've hit this Gorn with attacks that could kill a man. Dude, you gave him a blunt chop to the chest. He did one of those things where he clapped his hands on the lizard's ears when he was getting a bear hug. And he threw a rock. Dude, he threw a rock at him. No, you haven't done. And I like how Kirk is thinking.
Maybe that rock was really heavy at him. You never know.
It is a different planet.
Right?
Maybe they have different gravity.
Hey,
yep.
There we go.
And I just like the idea that Kirk is like, I really want this to sound good when people hear it after I'm dead.
Yeah, right.
I hit him with I shot lightning out of my fingertips.
I've done all I can.
I've done all I can immediately.
No, he's like, hand-to-hand combat is not an option.
And so then Kirk is looking around and he sees some diamonds. There's just piles of diamonds on the ground and there's some rubies and shit. And he sees some sulfur and you can see some gears kind of turning in his head.
Well, while this is going on, actually, we go back to the ship, and Bones is like, what's going on? Where's Kirk? Spock, what's going on? And Spock's like, I don't know. I have no idea. And he goes over to Scotty, and he's like, hey, Scotty, did you do this to the engine? He's like, yes, I did that. And he's like, did you also do this to the engine? He's like, I already did that, Spock. We got nothing. And Bones is like, how can you logic your way out of this, Spock? And Spock's like, we can literally just wait.
all we can do is wait.
He's fine.
And Bones, this is a thing with Bones. He fucking hates being powerless.
Yeah, as soon as he said that, I was like, dang, you're right.
And that's some fucking doctor shit. Like, doctors are like that. Like, if you've ever waited on doctors or if you've ever, like, dealt with doctors, like, in a customer service capacity or anything.
Oh, sure. There's some ego there for sure.
Exactly.
They got access to something that we don't, right?
They can touch God. They are the
Yes.
doctors. So, then Kirk goes to spy on the Gorn. And this is fucking hilarious. Kirk is, like, trying to figure out dropping a rock on the Gorn.
Oh,
right?
yeah, that's right.
So while he's watching the Gorn make an obsidian knife. So the Gorn is like making a knife and Kirk, go make a fucking knife, dog.
We were just,
like you're
Adam
just are learning
screaming.
this. Like you're watching him do the thing.
And I was like, oh no, but this bigger rock.
And then he sees a rock, a rock that's very precariously placed up on a cliff. That's like that we could drive to.
The Metrons.
I want to do.
Yeah, we should drive to that.
I want to do we should do a live, not live, but we should go record a podcast out there. This is all battery operated shit, you know?
Okay, word.
So there's a rock that's just hilariously perched right above the Gorn's head.
The Metrons put it there.
Yeah, they're like, we got to speed things up. And so Kirk pushes the rock onto the Gorn. He thinks he beat him.
He perks, the way he perks over this episode.
He's so stoked. Yeah, every time Kirk thinks something good has happened, it looks like somebody's ringing a bell for a treat.
Yeah.
And the Gorn wakes up. The Gorn was not killed by even a giant
he just
boulder.
Pops up like, what's up?
So basically what we've learned is boulders, the Gorn is immune to
strong.
Boulders.
Yes.
Kirk's got to fucking do something else.
No more rocks.
Part of me thinks Kirk is going to find a third, even larger boulder, and that still would, it would just crack over the Gorn's head a cartoon character, like if you drop a rock on Superman's head.
Yeah.
And so at around this time, Spock reaches out to the Metrons, saying, "Oh, please, Metrons."
Oh yeah, I got it. We urgently desire a conference. Please answer. And I'm like, okay, they're at least doing something now. Yep. Right.
and the Metrons reach back out to them, and the Metrons are like, the Metrons basically say, "Hey, your captain's gonna die, so whatever you fucking idiots think about death and the afterlife, you should make peace with your gods, because he's gonna get his ass kicked by this dinosaur man."
Whatever cultures you use.
And then they say, "And because you might care about your captain, we're gonna let you watch him die." And then they tap into the view screen and basically,
at least they let him watch, right?
I like it.
It's entertaining.
Well, and also I
ups
always
the ante.
Plus, not to get all meta or whatever, but I think it's awesome when they're watching, when somebody in a TV show is watching something happen on a screen. It makes them like a surrogate for the audience.
Right.
And so that's us. We're also powerless. We can't help Kirk. So then Spock watches Kirk figuring shit out.
Narrating it too, and Bones is like the audience. I mean, the sillier audience, but the audience.
Bones is so worried that he's going to watch Kirk die. You can see it on his face.
He's like jumping around the bridge, like, what is he going to do?
So Spock is like watching Kirk figure this shit out. Kirk sees...
okay, so he runs into diamonds. Then he runs into sulfur. Then he runs into potassium nitrate, and that's when he figures it out.
Yeah, he licks the potassium nitrate.
Yeah.
Spock is watching it, and Spock goes, "Oh, that might be potassium nitrate."
The way he licked it.
And then you see Kirk lick it, and he goes, and you can see Kirk thinking, "It's potassium nitrate." Good acting. I thought, for real. That's potassium nitrate face.
Yes.
And so Kirk says, or Spock's like, "We know what he's going to do. He's figured it out. He's figured it out." And basically what Kirk does is he harkens back to the mortar launcher from the beginning. He runs around and takes a big piece of bamboo, and he goes and picks up all these different minerals and elements, and he mixes it all together. He puts diamonds in the end and makes
that's right, because it's a callback to the diamonds that he found.
And also a callback to them doing the mortar launcher that shot the croquet ball.
And as soon as he gets the coal and gets the cannon, from the bamboo, Spock's like, yes.
Oh, good. Yes. I wrote that down. So he,
like, oh, great.
Kirk's putting it all together, and Spock goes, good. It's
Bones is like, what is he doing? What is he making? What is he doing?
We just found out that
it's pretty clear.
We just found out that watching somebody do primitive chemistry is Spock's kink. He's like, good, take your shoes off. What the fuck?
It was more of like a pride thing too, where he's like, he's got this. He's got the W's coming.
He figured the W's coming. He figured it out. He makes a bazooka. He blasts the Gorn, and then the Gorn has like, it's an awesome effect to the explosion.
Oh yeah.
And then the Gorn just cuts to the Gorn laying down with like, hilarious fake blood on little diamonds pasted to the costume. And but this is where the twist comes in. Kirk, after all that, after Kirk wanted to kill the Gorn so bad.
Oh yeah, he has the obsidian knife in his neck.
He's about
ready to go,
ready to kill the Gorn, and he decides not to. He shows him mercy, and then as soon as he decides not to kill the Gorn, this little David Bowie looking boy appears out of nowhere.
Beautiful elf man.
Beautiful little elf boy.
Oh yeah, elf boy.
Becomes and this is a 15-year-old Metron boy.
Yes.
And he says, "You won't be destroyed. It would not be civilized because you clearly give a shit.
You've shown compassion.
You have shown the advanced trait of compassion."
Dun, dun, dun.
And then he teleports the Gorn. The Metron teleports the Gorn back to the ship, and Kirk is still on the planet. And the Metron basically says, you want us to blow up that fucking ship for you? And Kirk's like, no, God, no.
That's fine. Don't worry about that.
No,
He's like, well, you did win, sir.
No, that's fine. And then the Metron just teleports Kirk back to the Enterprise. Spock asks Kirk what happens. He lets him know. And Spock saw most of it, but he says the feed cut out after you blasted the Gorn with the diamond gun. Yeah. And then it turns out that they have been teleported to safe space by the Metrons.
They go the 500 parsecs away from where they originally were.
Yes. And one thing that the Metron boy says is, perhaps in thousands of years we'll be able to chill and hang.
Yes.
Because you will be advanced enough.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like a premonition. But there's certain lines that I really like in this part too, when once Kirk figures out the cannon and Bones is like, what's going on? And Spock's like, you don't know your basic chemistry, man? He's making a gun. And also he says he has reasoned it out. I really like that.
He has reasoned it out. Yes. And that Spock is so proud of his buddy Kirk.
Yeah, and as he's mixing it too, and the Gorn's coming up to him, Bones is like, is he gonna make it? And Spock's like, if he has the time, Bones. If he has the time. And I'm like, Adam, he's basically narrating this episode.
Yep. And there's a lot of other great quotes. So I'm on the Star Trek Memory Alpha Wiki. So that's basically the end of the episode.
Basically.
Kirk says, hey, actually, we are great predators, man. I was pretty smart. I fucking blasted that Gorn.
Hey, yeah, most dangerous game.
Predator. We're the best predator in the universe, in the galaxy.
See how I mixed all those materials?
See when I put the sand together and it exploded?
Great stuff.
Pretty smart. Smartest. You never seen a gun like that in your life. And there's so many great lines. I'm on the Memory Alpha Star Trek Wiki. Kirk, on seeing the Gorn captain. Like most humans, I seem to have an instinctive revulsion to reptiles.
That one's hilarious.
Kirk describing the planet. This place is a mineralogist's dream. Yeah, that's one I wrote down too.
Yeah, I wrote that one down too. Yeah.
Let's see. McCoy and so the Gorn captain who's been talking through the
I love.
He says, "I weary." He basically says, "Let's speed it up." Yeah. So when it's taking too long, I like how the Gorn. He's also the surrogate for the audience.
He's kind of like a Terminator too, though, because he just keeps chasing them no matter what, and he's like, "Literally, just stop running. I'm gonna kill you."
He says, "I'm tired of this. Come on, I'll make it quick and merciful if you just let me kill your ass." Jesus Christ! And that's kind of what we're thinking. We're like, hurry up. The action is dragging.
A little bit at the end, but also, I guess it works to Kirk's advantage because when he was mixing all of that, I guess he did have the time, right? According to Spock.
Yeah. And this is, it wasn't the advanced trait of compassion. This is another good line.
Whoops.
I spare no helpless enemy who surely would have destroyed you. You demonstrated the advanced trait of mercy, something we hardly expected.
And then the Metron says to Kirk,
You are still half savage, but there is hope.
Oh, okay.
good stuff.
Yeah, pretty interesting.
Great episode. Classic. And that's what I want to cover now.
What does it end off of though? Like on a note.
They're all on the bridge, and Kirk says we're the predator.
Away, and Sulu's like, wait, so we're 500 parsecs away from, and Kirk's like, I really don't care. Don't think about it. Let's just get out of here. And then it's like, he's like, we're done. Leave, please, God.
So let me see here. I am looking up. So in 2010, Sci-Fi Now ranked. This is from the wiki about this episode, the regular Wikipedia wiki. Go give them money; they're great. In 2010, Sci-Fi Now ranked this as the second best episode of the original series.
Wow, what's the first?
I don't know. We'll find out when we look at the reception for that. Hold on, let me click on it. I don't want to go through it yet, but
yeah, too complicated.
And then it was probably like The Cage or something. So Zach Harden of the AV Club gave it an A- rating. This is The Uncertainty of Exploration. The Hollywood Reporter in 2013 ranked the Kirk versus Gorn fight as one of the top 15 key moments of the original series.
I mean, there's just so much to talk about because, like, it's his face, it's the way Kirk's lifting the boulders. It's so funny. It's the way he looks around, the ingenuity of like, oh, I'll just mix this all together and make a gun. You know, it's like, it's classic. I guess.
It's really good, and
it's
really
all the beats.
Yeah, it hits all the beats. It lets the characters do what they do
best. Yeah.
Bones is worrying.
Yes.
Spock is like
calming everybody down.
And it's funny because, you know, Spock's logic actually does like keep the bridge together, I think.
Well, at least they do something too. Even if it is pleading to the solar system to let him go, it's something, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We forgot to mention. So this is what the moral conundrum was. This is why Kirk lets the Gorn survive.
Right.
So the Gorn says, "You are the invaders. You set up an outpost in our space."
Yeah, and Bones is like, "Were we in the wrong?"
Oh, and then Bones and Spock are like, were we in the wrong? And here's the thing. Yes, they were, right? But the Gorn, rather than killing a bunch of children,
I know, we were just like, rather than murdering people,
they could have said,
slaughtering
"Hey,
them.
hold up. This is our space.
Can you leave?
Can we? We're going to tell you the boundaries of our space, and we're going to give you a few months to pack all this stuff up." But they just immediately, in fact, we'll give you aid.
Here's some ships.
We're also going to tell you about our culture. They could have done, but instead they just lay waste. They just lay waste. And that's why Kirk is like, doesn't kill him. He's like, maybe we were the invaders. It's like, no,
you
weren't the invaders. You were explorers.
Not even like an hour ago, Kirk was like, a crime has been committed. Blow that ship up.
A crime has been committed in
and
a
then
space
like,
crime.
And then like an hour later, he's like, oh my God, what am I doing? This is awful. Come
space
on, bro.
crime has been committed, and
like,
really,
we're the only source of authority out here in this quadrant. And
we're
Spock's
the only
like,
police,
I guess.
It's like, don't say. Yeah.
Spock's like, invasion. It's just one ship.
Oh, we didn't even. That's something else we glossed over. They thought they
argue a lot.
Kirk thought that this was the precursor to an invasion by an unknown.
Well, that's why he's so tense
species.
on the bridge, you know, as they're approaching.
And that's when they're chasing him. They want to. They've got to kill that ship before it gets back to its base to report on the weaknesses of the humans.
It's kind of analogous to when they when the Gorn ship gets trapped in Kirk to like a I guess like a sand pit, right?
Yes.
Quicksand. You just get stuck. And it's like the more you move, the more you force around, the deeper you sink. So it's kind of, I don't know, that's where it nails it, right? Where I turned to Adam, I was like, this episode's just kind of weird. Like, I don't know why people love it, because it's just Kirk doing all the wrong things. And you're like, no, but like, that's what makes it so good. That like he just keeps making mistakes and then he eventually figures it out and comes around.
We like Spock.
But that weird moral conundrum. Yeah, I'm Team Spock, dude.
We get to watch them happen. Yeah, and I think that
Kirk's a little silly for me. But he recovered though with the cannon. I did like that part. That was definitely the highlight.
And then the fact that he left them, the fact that he lets the Gorn live, it's just a good turn.
That's true.
We always like a good turn, when somebody changes their mind.
It's nice, peaceful.
What a great episode.
Yeah, it was really solid.
I don't really have anything to add that we haven't already covered, except that it's just fucking awesome. The stunts.
There was a lot of stunts.
I swear to God, there's one time when all Kirk is doing is like quickly jogging down an incline, a sandy incline. I swear it's a fucking stunt.
We gotta look that up.
and also the Gorn at one point, he walks into a Gorn trap and it's hilarious. A rock falls on him.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's what that was a catapult. I thought it was a catapult the first time I was watching. I was like, dang, this Gorn is smart. But he like just strapped it to like a tripwire and then Kirk's running away and then that rock falls on him. It's great.
A catapult or a trebuchet, depending on how
the trebuchet.
Swings.
Yeah.
So yeah, great episode of Star Trek, the original series. And I guess we didn't look up what is next week's episode. Give me a moment here.
Our Kershaw, what is it? Our check-in.
Oh, we didn't do the good memory,
yes,
Al. Awesome. So this is we're 12 episodes away from the first time we get Chekhov and his awesome wigs.
Yes, we're getting close.
And I think this Star Trek, the original series. Okay, so the next episode is Tomorrow is Yesterday.
Oh, yeah. You said this one was a banger.
Fucking awesome time travel episode.
All right.
They time travel a lot because the sets were cheaper.
Oh, for sure.
They time travel a lot because they're like, we could just shoot this in a building down the street or on the back lot.
They're filming a crime movie right down the street. Let's go.
Exactly, yeah. On the Paramount lot.
Yeah.
So that's Arena. And now we're gonna. I want to talk about a show.
Oh yeah, our recs,
our recommendations, which is how we end every episode. And I gotta say, Al got me turned on to this fucking JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
It's great.
Absolutely rips. And I'm like, so my history with anime is, I grew up with Sci-Fi Channel, and they would do Saturday anime. So I watched like Tank Police and Macross and like Gundam and all that shit back then. And then a buddy of mine in college, my buddy Peter, was like way into anime and had like all the Guyver VHSs and had like everything on VHS and so I think JoJo really like is fun, kind of like in a
it smashes all the genres together, I feel.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like everybody's got like the name of a rock and roll star.
Yeah, that's just funny.
So the one black character that they introduced, who's from New York,
mm-hmm.
his name is Smokey.
Oh yeah.
And at first I was like, that's racist, and then like Brittany, my wife, and I were talking about it, and I went, Smokey Robinson. Of course, I'm a dumbass. Yeah. But yeah, it's and I guess I don't know why I mentioned like my history with anime other than I love everything from old Tank Police and shit that I haven't watched recently but watched when I was a kid to like Cowboy Bebop that I just rewatched.
Right. I gotta watch that again.
Ah, so good. And some and like I'm not current on Chainsaw Man, but
Chainsaw Man's popping, I heard.
Basically, if it looks cool and there's monsters or whatever, I'll watch it. And JoJo's is so weird because it's like the bad guys are vampires, but they're weird, like really weird take on vampires.
It just gets crazier and crazier. That's how I described it to Adam. It just gets more ridiculous.
And so you see these various generations of these Hamon users.
Yeah.
Hamon is like a breathing power that gives you kinetic energy, kung fu power.
That grows into something more too. You'll see.
Anyway, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I just finished season 1. I fucking love it. Al, what do you got for us?
Let's see. I'm still playing Ghost of Tsushima, which is great. And then, hey, just seeing your wallpaper too. I've just been binging X-Men, the original series on the What was it? What's that
X-Men
guy's name?
97?
The Saban. Yeah, the Saban series.
Yeah, so that's X-Men 97.
97, right?
Well, no.
When is
who
owned it? Sorry.
So no, the one in the 90s was just X-Men, right? But they're reuniting and doing the series again in the same style and calling it X-Men 97.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
which is
I'm
coming
watching
out
it in
this year.
preparation of that.
Dude, it's gonna be so fun.
So I'm pretty excited because, like, dude, just even if they're moving like a little stiffly and slow, you understand why like the community's so strong and like why everybody has these tattoos and everybody refers that series as like this is X-Men, like no ifs, ands, or buts, because it's literally like the comic pages like popping out at you and moving.
Well,
like,
it's loosely based on all the Chris Claremont X-Men stuff, which is like when perfect. X-Men really fucking knocked it out of the park. And that was my X-Men. Like, that's when I got into comics. That's when I got into comics.
I would watch that and Spider-Man. Those would be my two.
Oh, Amazing Spider-Man. I could talk about how, like, I could give a talk at a college about how the motherfucking first episode of that Spider-Man series is so much better than the first Amazing Spider-Man film with Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, and it covers
even though it's the exact same story and same beats.
Doesn't it cover in like 20 minutes?
22 minutes.
22 minutes?
Yeah, fucking great. But yes, X-Men.
Those series, yeah, great.
That's
everybody should watch it.
That's the Professor X that they have in the Illuminati in in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
That's true.
The X-Men 97 Picard. I remember watching that first episode when it aired, and I think I'll never read any comments, so you can correct me if you want, but I feel like that premiered around the same time as Power Rangers, because I remember I was at a buddy's house, and I remember we watched like the second episode of X-Men like back to back with Power Rangers, and man, I love Power Rangers.
I gotta pull up some history for you, man. You should look into this guy. I watched a YouTube video on it recently. You know, I'm a weirdo that watches those 1.5 videos. But anyways, it's a little documentary about Carl Sagan or whatever. I think it's Carl. I'm not sure if his first name's Carl. Excuse me.
Well, Carl Sagan.
There's Sagan, right?
You're talking about Sabin.
Sabin, yeah.
The film producer from overseas.
He saw how Pop and like Power Rangers and like those spin-offs were doing in Japan, and he's like, we gotta bring this to the States. No one believed him. He did it. It popped off, and then he saw how good that show was doing, and then he was like, no one's buying the rights to Marvel or these comics. Everybody thinks they're boring as hell. I'm just gonna make shows out of them. And they're like, okay. And then that all popped off, dude.
And Saban Films is still huge.
Yeah,
they produce so much like direct to video stuff. Like all the Stallone's done a bunch of stuff with them.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's one of those.
It's like an empire.
Yeah, it's
just from
a
those
big
shows.
International production conglomerate.
Mine to completely slaughter his name, but whatever.
Yeah, no, Saban. That's right.
I got that part.
I thought you said when you said Carl.
I thought it was Carl.
Well, that's
Saban
Carl
too.
Sagan.
But yeah,
it might be Carl Saban. I don't know. And one thing we're not going to do. We're not going to Google it.
Yeah, no.
So
not right now.
Thanks for listening to Trek in the Valley.
Oh, what's next week's episode, right?
We did already.
We already did.
We covered it. It's Tomorrow is Yesterday.
Tomorrow is Yesterday. Okay.
So have a good one out there. Be safe. Listen to us next week.
Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, thanks for listening to this episode of Trek in the Valley that we probably recorded before we named the podcast or really knew to like promote things. You can find out any information about our podcast by following me, Adam, at Adam Quesnell. It's not how you pronounce it, it's how I say it for your benefit. ADAMQUESNELL on Twitter, or at FAQRulesYou at Instagram. Follow. I promote the show. You'll know when and where you can get it on more platforms, so it's on your platform of choice. Thank you so much, and reach out on either of those platforms if you want to tell us anything about the show. Oh, also, I know that we're supposed to say this, like and subscribe, whatever that means. Thanks so much.